Hey, what's up, my party people? Welcome, everybody. I know we just fired this thing up, so as you can see at the bottom of there on the ticker, we're going to give everybody a few minutes to show up this time. We listen to your feedback here at Journal Party, and we want to accommodate. We want to make sure everybody gets a fair shake at doing all these wonderful prompts that we've prepared for you today. If you're new to the party, my name is Alex Gallner, and I'm going to be your host today. And today, as you can see on the screen, hopefully you can see it on the screen. Let me know in the chat if you do. We're going to be working through some prompts about priorities today. The reason being is that last week we had a goal-setting journal jam sesh, and at the end, when we were all talking, somebody was kind enough to share what they one of their insights and one of their goals, and it was to focus a little bit more on health. And I really resonated with that, because even though that wasn't what I was focusing on while I was doing my journaling, that is something that I have been thinking a lot about lately. And what I'm talking about is prioritizing health, and so that just got me thinking, right? Like how often we maybe just putting our energies in the wrong direction, when there's much bigger priorities that we really need to be considering. And so that's not to say that anybody's doing it wrong or got it wrong, but what it is to say is that there's a way that we can channel our thoughts to tap into what's going on inside of us. And so that's the goal here today, is we're gonna work through some prompts together and try to figure out, where our priorities lie. Not totally sure the correct usage there. If there's a grammar person out there, definitely feel free to correct me or provide the correct version of that. But yeah, so what we're going to be working through today are 10 journal prompts to help you get your priorities straight, get a little bit of insight in that, and then once you have that level of awareness, you can go back out into the world and everything's sorted, and you can make sure that where you're allocating your energies is it's working for you. So all right, I can see we're finally getting some people to show up. So just gonna hang out here for a second. If you just showed up, say what's up. Let me know who's here. If you can hear everything okay, we're gonna give everybody just a couple of minutes to get in here before we get this live journal jam session going. Billy, what's good? I've seen you on a few of these now, so it's always nice to see familiar faces, and I really appreciate you showing up today. All right. So the other thing that I forgot to mention is this is actually this is our newest premium program, and it's live in the app. So even though we're going to go through it today, if you want to go through it afterwards, you can absolutely do that, because it is live in our premium journal section, premium guided journal section. So if you're not currently a member of Journal Party Premium, you can get a free trial. So even if you just wanted to check out this one program or whatever we have in there, seeing if it's for you, you can definitely check that out, and we can get you a free pass. Let me take this thing down so everyone can see that. All right, cool. So yeah, you can scan that QR code, and it'll bring you to a page where you can grab that trial offer, and pretty good. It only renews at $5 a month, so not too shabby for adding new journaling programs all the time and pouring some heart and soul into this. And of course, we would love to have you be a part of this family. What's up, Linda? Good to see you again. All righty, so let's give it one more minute until I'm seeing 4:05. I mean, that, you guys might be on the East Coast. I don't know. Where is everybody from? Can you guys let me know in the chat? Florida. Oh, that's right. I remember we had a bit of a conversation about that in the group. I'm a native Floridian. I grew up in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, and I went to school in Gainesville at the University of Florida, and then I spent a year in Orlando before I put everything in my car and drove out to Los Angeles. Billy's from Florida too. That's awesome. Cool. Well, lots of Floridians here. I hope everyone's enjoying it there. I had to get out of the humidity. My my hair, it gets like in LA it's okay because it's dry, right? It gets you know, it's normal. It's like it's normal. The second I land in Florida to visit family, friends, or whatever, I it big fro because of all the humidity. So that's the one thing I don't miss. But Florida isn't a bad place to go visit. Alrighty, so we're at 4:06 now, at least according to my time, 4:06 Pacific. So I guess that would put you guys at 7:06 in the East Coast, you all Floridians over there. But let's get to it. So we're not wasting any time. Not that this is time wasted. It's always good to hang out with like-minded individuals. Alrighty, so let me share my screen here. Okay, almost. All right, let me get rid of the promo thing so we have plenty of room to see the prompts. Little switcheroo. All right, we got some more people showing up. All right, let's get into it. So this is Purposeful Priorities. It's the newest program inside of our app. Right now I'm streaming the desktop version of it, but we do have a mobile version. So definitely check that out if you don't already have it. You don't have to wait for me to jump on these live sessions. You can go at your own pace through this, but happy to have you here. So as you can see, we've got 10 prompts to work through today. We're going to do 3 minutes per prompt. I think that should be enough time for all of these. And of course, let me know either way, because one of the cool things about these lives is we get to test it out and journal through it together. And, we have had it happen before in the past where people were like, oh, I could have used a little bit more time on that one. And then I can go ahead and add that into the app and make it a better experience for everybody. So definitely don't be shy with the feedback. But that said, I think we're going to be pretty good today. So let's get to it. I'm going to hit the start now. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and all righty. Values list. Quickly jot down the top 5 values that matter most to you in life. For example, family, health, career, creativity, etc. Let me just adjust the screen there. All right. Alrighty, here comes your next prompt. Daily non-negotiables. What are 3 things you absolutely must do every day to feel fulfilled and content? All right, let's keep it going with some time reflection. Think about yesterday. List 3 activities that took up most of your time. Were they aligned with your priorities? Write about it. All right. Write down three things that drain your energy or make you feel unproductive. How can you minimize or eliminate them? All right. Role models. Think of someone you admire. What are three priorities you believe they uphold? Do you share any of these? 1 year ahead. Imagine it's 1 year from today. What 3 accomplishments would make you feel proud? Let's explore some trade offs. List 2 things you often have to choose between. For example, work versus family time. Sorry, let me read that again. List 2 things you often have to choose between. For example, work versus family time. How do you usually decide? Is this in line with your true priorities? And I'll give it a pause for the error in reading. Distractions. What are three common distractions that prevent you from focusing on your priorities? How can you reduce them? Helping hand. If you could delegate or get help with one task or responsibility, what would it be? How would this free up your time for your priorities? All right, let's finish it up with some gratitude. Quickly list 3 things you're grateful for today. How do these relate to your life's priorities? All right, good job, everyone. We did it. So I hope everyone found that fun, interesting, and insightful. Uh, Anybody have any shares? Yeah, you don't never have to share what you write, but I always enjoy picking up on your insights. This live stream was actually, well, this program rather was actually born out of one of the insights shared last week. Someone mentioned that uh, they had the goal to work on their health a little bit more, and it was something that in that moment I realized, well, that's something that I've been thinking about, but I haven't been prioritizing it. So it made me think, like, well, how aware of are we of the priorities in our lives, and are we allocating energy in the right places? And so I figured, it'd be a really good idea to dive in, take a closer look at what was going on under the hood. Even in this process, it was so funny. Like at the top of the call, I mentioned that too, and I wrote out my first, like the first 5 values. I think it was on the first prompt, and even after having like primed the whole thing with that health spiel and everything, I didn't have anything that matched up on that, and it took me a few prompts in before I realized, oh, like all of these actually kind of fall under that. So it's interesting too, how I think some of these priorities overlap, and it's just interesting how we show up in the world, isn't it? So thanks, Linda. I really really appreciate it, and I appreciate everyone who showed up today. It's we actually didn't advertise for this one, and there's some more people on the call, so it's really exciting that Journal Party is growing in spite of me just blasting cash at it. I think. It, Obviously, my pockets aren't never never ending. So it's nice to see that people are getting on here and enjoying it all without kind of greasing the wheels, so to speak. Anyway, yeah, that's one of the things I'm super grateful for. That was on that last prompt. One of well, a lot of themes were showing up for me. I mean, creativity is a huge thing for me. I think you know, getting in touch with my source, and everyone has a different, you know, opinion or version of what they call that, whether it's, God, whether it's spirit, source, connection, or whatever. But connecting to, I call it God. So connecting to that for me is super important. And talking about how we might, some of these fall or some of these priorities are connected with each other. I can't think of a better way to honor, where you're, I guess, just you mean the instance of your creation, right? By honoring your body, right? So I won't get too religious on you on this, or spiritual rather, but no, I just think it's so cool how how when you take a look at these things, you can start to make some connections in your brain. And I think that I'm going to walk out of this studio today with having kind of reprioritized a little bit. And of course, I'm going to be making some different decisions, hopefully better decisions that are a little bit more in alignment with the life that I'm trying to live, the way that I'm trying to show up. And I really hope all of that for you. So once again, thank you for showing up on these. If you're not in our group, please join our Facebook group. That's where you're going to get all the announcements for all this stuff, as well as our email. But when you join the group, you get onto that email list. So scan that QR code if you're not already in the group, or just search for Journal Party. Most of you guys are probably in here because I dropped it in the group. I've got some people in the chat here. Thank you, Mimi. I really appreciate you showing up. Yeah. So anyway, I would love to cheer you on from the sidelines. If you guys have wins and things you want to celebrate, please drop that in the group. Please let me know if there are things that you're liking in the app, not liking in the app. Please let me know if there are programs that you want to cover. At this point, we are getting a little bit more feedback in, and it's really cool. I always want to lead. I don't want to lead anybody astray, and more importantly, I want to deliver the goods as you value them, right? So it's always nice when I always try to come up with something that's gonna serve everybody, but when I know that it's fulfilling a request, it's even better. So definitely let me know if there's anything you're working through in your lives out there that you feel like could use some prompted guidance, and we'll get it all situated for you. So that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope everyone has an amazing rest of the week, and party on.